Hey guys, what is up? Reese here, and I've got a brand new sneaker pickup to show you. What we're looking at today is the Nike LeBron 12 in the Hyper Crimson, Metallic Cool Gray, Hyper Cobalt, and Volt colorway. These released on Saturday, November 29th, with a retail price of $200. This pair is better known by its official nickname as the 6 Meridians, which comes from the idea of massage therapy or reflexology, which is apparently an important component of LeBron's recovery sessions and recovery therapy. The term meridian comes from Chinese medicine and is a path in the body where energy is said to flow. I'm not sure exactly how that theme translates to the specific colors and patterns you see here. You know, sometimes when a shoe has a nickname, it kind of makes sense when you look at the shoe, but I don't know exactly where all those influences or how they came to be on this shoe. But to me, that doesn't really matter because I bought these simply because I love this colorway. I love the LeBron 12 as a whole. I just really like the silhouette, and orange is my favorite color. So when I saw the initial, we had the first 6 pairs that were previewed. When I saw those, I just knew I had to wait for this particular pair, and I'm really happy that I was able to get them. I know they're not the most popular pair of the LeBron 12s, and honestly, like, most of the colorways are still available in full-size runs. So I had no trouble getting these, but I was just happy. Really excited to get these in as well. I ordered them on release day, like release morning, but almost right away I got an email from Foot Locker saying, hey, the item you've ordered is back ordered. We'll get it out to you as soon as possible. So I'm assuming maybe they didn't get their initial shipment in right away or something, but so it took about a week and a half from when I ordered them to actually get them in, but I don't really care. I've got them now. Really just happy to start to kind of experience the LeBron 12. I'll go into like all the materials and everything about the shoe for the close-up section, but the one thing I will say is just initially out of the box, and again, I haven't had a chance to wear them very much, but they just are more naturally comfortable than the LeBron 11 was for me. LeBron 11, it was not uncomfortable by any means, but it just, like, my foot has just a more natural like range of movement, and it just doesn't feel nearly as restricted when I slip these on, which is a really nice plus. With all that said, let's dive right now into the close-up view, and I'll go through the colors, materials, and everything going on with this shoe. Here we go with a close-up view of the Nike LeBron 12 in the 6 Meridians colorway. For the majority of the upper, you've got a combination of mesh and mega fuse in Hyper Crimson. You can see these different channels of mesh provide for a little bit of added flexibility in those areas as well as ventilation. But then the majority of this upper features the mega fuse overlays. Zoom in there. Mega fuse is just, again, an overlay on the mesh. You can see it's got an orange base with these Volt threads throughout. And what this provides is just a little bit of added stability, durability, and kind of like support and structure for the shoe, while also providing for a good range of movement. It's not too restrictive, which I really enjoy, especially compared to the LeBron 11. Especially before you broke those in, those could be kind of a little restrictive when you walk, but these just kind of promote more natural movement of the foot, which I really like. The upper features kind of like one-piece construction, so there is no separate tongue, as you can see right through there. And so this mesh channel right here kind of allows for a little bit of that flexibility where normally you would have the tongue separating from the rest of the body. You've got this little tag right here at the top. Reminds me a lot of the tag, item, object, whatever you want to call it, you see on the Air Jordan 6, although this doesn't have any snap or anything. It's all sewn down. You've got the LeBron crown logo, and then 12 dots for the 12 shoe. Up here at the top, you've got this little tag, features LeBron's signature, and then if you flip it up, it's got just like an interesting pattern with the colors from the shoe. Honestly, the biggest disappointment about this shoe, really the only disappointment for me about the LeBron 12, was the lacing system. So you can see wherever there's mesh, it's pretty like a standard construction. You've got just the little holes where the fly wire comes through, and you actually loop the laces through the fly wire. But as you can see, wherever the laces pass through mega fuse, it's just fed directly into the mega fuse. And what's annoying about this is, first of all, when you're trying to tighten the laces, there's a lot of resistance when you try to pull on the laces, and so they don't really like to come through very well. And the other issue is if you ever have to relace these for any reason, good luck. I actually had to do it partially on this shoe, and it was just terrible. like feeding it through here was next to impossible because of the hyperpositive panel. I really had to work it a lot, and honestly it really hurt my fingers. And then once you get it through, it's difficult to get it all the way because you can't get underneath to the back of these holes because there's actually like this backing material, so like there's no way to get at the holes. And so for most people it's probably not going to be worth it. Just kind of like a heads up, that was something that caught me a little bit off guard and was a little annoying, but at the end of the day, it was all right. And the reason I relaced these in the first place was over here, they had like from the factory laced these wrong. So it came up and then went up to the top and then looped through. So it just was kind of messed up and looked weird. So I wanted to get that fixed. So that was my struggle. Now, moving on to the rest of the shoe, you've got the hyperposit panel here kind of along the wing and then out on the outside of the shoe. You can see these flex grooves cut in it for just a little bit of extra motion there where you do need it. The hyperposit is the base is metallic cool gray, but then you've got this crazy volt pattern. You've got a little bit of hyper crimson. And then if we look closely, there's just a very fine speckling pattern in volt and hyper crimson. You've got a volt swoosh with a blue lining around that. Here at the back of the shoe, you've got more Mega Fuse, the LeBron logo again. Here on this pull tab, you've got this little picture right up there, and then it says 12/30/84, which is LeBron's birthday, Beaverton, Oregon, US Nike Sports Research Lab, which is where these were kind of developed and tested. Over here you have this little foot that kind of just relates to the theme of the 6 Meridians. Then it says GNM PRJ, not sure what that stands for. If anyone knows, let me know. And then you have LRJ, his initials, with 06 for his number at the time that these were manufactured, 6 Meridians, and the Nike swoosh. If we flip inside of here, you've got some text right there that says, engineered to the exact code sequence of next generation athlete, Mr. LeBron James. Got this little data pattern right here. You can see there was a little bit of glue staining right there on my pair. Nothing too bad, and I might still be able to clean it. I haven't really tried. But also when the tab is up, you never see it, so I'm not too concerned. On the inside, you can see the hyperpositive material does not extend nearly as far as it does on the other side. You've just got some more of the Mega Fuse and mesh. You've got a smaller swoosh over here on top of the Mega Fuse. This is just in volt. Now we'll look at the midsole. You can see you've got a Phylon midsole, and then this shank piece comes up from the outsole in blue. The fractal print, it does have some text on it. LRJ6, Nike basketball, and then again there's that GNOM PJKT, not sure what that stands for. Then it says 12, and then Beaverton, Oregon, and US. You can see also here, part of the outsole wraps up, you've got kind of a fractal traction pattern. Here on the other side, in front of the hyperposit, you do have just a little bit of that Phylon also in hyper crimson. Flipping to the outsole, this is one of the craziest looking parts of the shoe. You've got these different zoom pods throughout. Here at the back, you've got a larger heel unit in teal with the LeBron logo. You've got then a volt, 2 orange ones, and then 2 pink ones right here. This is just a hex shape, but it's not actually a zoom unit, and you can see it says 6 right there. So the benefit of having these different hex zoom units is, first of all, it allows, instead of having just one unit, it allows for some grooves here so you can improve flexibility and kind of provide that cushioning where you need. And it also allows each pod to be tuned for that specific part of the foot in terms of like pressure and everything and kind of like the responsiveness. I've heard a lot of people say that they love the heel unit but weren't quite as impressed with these as they expected to be. Again, you know, just from wearing these from casual use, I don't really have anything good or bad to say, although I will say you definitely do feel this, and it's definitely very comfortable. The one thing to note, though, is these, it's going to be hard to see in this light, but the pods actually stick out a little bit from the bottom of the shoe. These shoes, the zoom is bottom loaded, and what that means is you'll have great impact protection, but you're going to lose a lot of court feel because you're farther off the court. So that's just something to note. You can see you've got kind of like this circular triangle pattern on the, or hexagon triangle pattern, excuse me, on each of the hex units, and then the fractal traction pattern around. And that about does it for the shoe. I tried to touch on all the different aspects and everything I like and what I don't like. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. I know this isn't the most popular colorway of the LeBron 12, but it's definitely my favorite. Be sure to let me know below what your favorite colorway of the LeBron 12 is. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.